I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. Cool. That's done. And yeah, great. So got some more Russian translation things. Bunch of Russian stuff that I don't understand. I'm so glad that people are helping translate the site. I think it's so cool. Okay. Yeah, this is like way back. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay. Cool. So I think let's just double check the pull request here. Oh yeah, I saw this morning. Remove lock files. Let's just make sure what this thing is. I trust this fellow, nice person. He has contributed to my stuff before. So let's view the code here. And the CLI just calls into remove lock files and find up. Okay, yeah, that's simple enough. I don't see a reason why not. Thanks. This is great. Okay. Oh, conflicting files. Marvelous. This is the worst. Erg. Okay, so this is how I deal with conflicting files. I'll go like here, and then I will go to my terminal. Oops. That's not what I was expecting. Okay, open up a new terminal instance and go to my desktop and git clone that .git cd into downshift and npm install, or actually git checkout git log. Yeah, okay. And then npm install. So actually, can lead to harder debugging process because contributors might be locked to different versions of dependencies. Yeah, okay, I guess I guess this is only really useful for folks who are using Yarn. No, I don't want to do it. Okay, after thinking more on this, I've decided that this is only really useful for folks who use Yarn, because if you use npm, you have the package lock false in the npm-rc, which you noted. I like helping, well, because this is only useful for folks who use Yarn, and it would only be a problem very rarely. Even in that case, I think it's not worth the extra dependency. Thanks anyway. I feel bad because this person's been nice and helpful, but I can't justify the extra dependency. I really can't. It just didn't seem to make any sense to add that for me. Okay, cool. So good. It's actually going to go ahead and desktop downshift, remove that. Okay. Kind of thinking it'd be fun to make an example using Genie. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tweet about this really quick. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Clap.fun. That is great. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So we're going to say, decided that I want to try integrating my old Genie project with my new downshift project to see the powerful, to see or to test the use cases of downshift. See what emoji I get recommended. Nope, HTTP error. What? Try that again. No. Lamp or genie emoji. I bet that there is. I know that my version of the OS doesn't support this, but I bet Twitter does. Yeah, it's right there. Yes. Awesome. I don't know what the native clients will do to that, but yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna paste that. Plus that equals. Let's see. Going to integrate my old and paste a link to the live stream, invite people to watch. Okay, what this is going to end up doing is I'm going to see things about Genie that I'm like, oh, I could fix that really quick, and that'll be a mess, a nightmare, because it, yeah, because it was my first ever open source project, and it, yeah, I built it a very long time ago. Okay, but let's just try it, you know, no pain, no gain. So we're gonna fork this, and I'm gonna need to look at Genie. Okay, so if you want to, you can check out the website, good old days. This is an Angular site, so you can rub the lamp by pressing Control Space. So this is an image. Oh, yeah, so fun. So Control Space, you rub the lamp, and you can type in apostrophe to see the available wishes. So kind of cool, right? So you can actually like do anything, any kind of action that you want. So it will make the lamp slow and make it fast, and we can make it dark. Ooh, dark theme. And you'll see that it's like all changing, you know, live reload, or not live reload, but it's Angular binding and stuff. So fun stuff. Oh yeah, and I had this auto dock thing. This is pretty cool. Generated by Autodocs. I wonder if this is still running. Looks like the last one was beginning of the year, so still something going on. Wonder what version this thing's running on. But yeah, you can all do context, learn about context. That's pretty cool. Yeah, cool stuff. So anyway, yeah, I'll just review this really quick. So we're gonna require in Genie. We can import it too, and then we can say, let's see, register wishes. So we'll say Genie, here are my wishes, and you can actually register a bunch of them at once, if I recall. I think no ID is provided. It'll be auto-generated. Yeah, with an array of these objects to register them all at once, and it returns a wish object. And then you can deregister and register and reset, and then get matching wishes and make a wish. It's pretty much the main thing that you're going to do is make wishes. And then yeah, merge wishes, which is kind of neat. The context thing is way cool. So like, let's say you're using this inside of GitHub, and you want certain actions available on the code page, preview page, and then other actions available on the input. And so you can just change the context, and some wishes will not appear when they're out of context, which is pretty rad. And there's also the idea of path context, because that's a pretty common use case when the URL changes. But Genie doesn't actually watch the URL, so you pass it the path, which is, I think that was a good idea. And then it's this matching priority is what makes Genie so neat, and learning and anticipating the user's needs. So yeah, I still feel cool, like this project was very cool. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and we're gonna, did I already fork it? Yeah, I think so. Hope so. Let me just make sure. DS, oops. Just make sure that forwards to a different URL. Yep, it does. Okay, it's 9R. Okay, so here I'm going to downshift. Actually, I do want to open that last one up so I can update the RC. Okay, cool. So then we'll go into here. And yeah, basically what Genie actually is going to take the place of match sorter. Although Genie, so fun story, match sorter came from Genie. I built match sorter inside of Genie, and then I needed a sorting algorithm that was that made sense to users, and so I extracted what I built in Genie years ago to use it in my app at work, which is pretty neat. And so there is a way to override the matching algorithm, but I'm not gonna do that because then I'd have to do a bunch of context and stuff like that. I don't wanna deal with that. So yeah, we'll just leave it as is. Match sorter does have like most or Genie does have most of the things match sorter has. Match sorter has added a couple of things, but I'm gonna take a seat here. So yeah, I guess I could use get wishes in context and then match sorter on those or something. That'd be interesting. Okay, so let's see. We're going to import Genie from Genie.js. That's how it's published to the registry, is on Genie.js, I believe. Just make sure of that. Yep, there it is. 0 downloads in the last day. How disappointing. I published the last version 3 years ago. Boy, time flies by, doesn't it? It's crazy. Okay, so, oh yeah, whoops, I added the wrong, or I didn't add it. Yeah, okay. Genie.js. There we go. And with that, we're going to register a bunch of wishes. I can't remember, but I may have made it possible to make an instance of Genie, which I'd prefer to do at this point from here on out. Yeah, it's all in one big file in Iffy. It's almost 2,000 lines long. Lots of comments, though. I was pretty good at using JavaDoc and stuff. Yeah, I had even like examples and all kinds of things. Documented internal APIs. Yeah, cool stuff. So create. Yeah, I don't think I ever added that. Let's see, Genie. Yeah, looks like I never actually added the ability to create an instance of Genie. So you have a singleton available to you, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we're going to say Genie, and actually this is going to be pretty, actually, wait, we can do reset. Okay, because with hot module replacement, the way that this thing works, I would be registering every single time it reloads, registering the same things, and that's really annoying. So I'm just going to say reset before. Only necessary in code send or with hot module replacement. I guess I could say if module hot or something. I don't know. But yeah, then Genie and pass the items. But here, let's just look really quickly. So we got magic words, and our magic words will be the items, so each item. And then we've got the action. I think that's pretty much it that we really care about right now. So we're going to say items.map, and this will just map to an object. Magic words, and that is going to be I.name, and then there is an ID thing, right? I could provide an ID. Yeah. ID is I.id, and action will be a function, and our action function takes the wish and the magic word. And so say they don't all need their own function, so we'll say Star Wars name action magic or the wish and magic word, and we'll alert you dare summon wish dot magic words with magic word and that's going to be our action for all of these. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to say, oh, actually one other cool fun little fact. If you go to the website, there is a workshop, yeah, Genie workshop, and you can learn how to use Genie right in the browser. Oh, who's going to do that? Let's do workshop, and you've got wishes in here too. Let's get started, and wish registration, or let's see. Oh, I got nothing in here. That's right, because I reset on here. But yeah, you can like play with it right here, rerun the code, and you see the output and Genie's options. So, wish registration. This is so cool. I built this for a talk. It was like, this was the very first talk I ever gave. It was the first meetup I ever went to. I was like, I want to tell people about this project that I made called Genie. And so I volunteered to give a talk, and then I was like, oh, how am I gonna like show about Genie, like what Genie is? I know, I'll build a workshop application using Angular and make it work with Genie. And then I can be like, okay, look, so we have this thing, and then I rerun the code, and I see all the output here, and yeah. And you can see, oh yeah, trash wish is this thing, like, yeah. Oh, these are fun memories I'm bringing back. Okay, so anyway, I need to make a wish. So we'll move on, making a wish. So we create those two wishes, and then it's Genie make wish, and with the magic word. So we'll just do that, and it'll be make wish, or actually, here, let's get matching wishes. That's what we're actually going to be doing. Make wish, wish magic word, make and print. Get wish. Hold on a second. Okay, maybe the workshop isn't all that great. Get wish, or get matching wishes. There we go. This little example is much nicer. So get matching wishes. For Luke. And then we'll make wish. So const first. And make wish first with Luke. Then when I uncomment these, I should get an alert. It says, you dare summon Luke Skywalker with Luke? Yeah, it works. Cool. And again. All right, neato. So that is Genie. Let's go ahead and integrate that down here. So instead of this, we'll say, I think there is a get all wishes. Genie get all. Oh, that's right. I think it's get wish or get matching wishes. If you pass it with nothing. Oh wait, magic word is going to be required. Let's just see about that. Yeah, okay, this workshop is not going to be helpful for what I'm doing. So we're going to say Genie get matching wishes. Well, here we'll console.log Genie get matching wishes. Put this back on the right here. Yeah, and it looks like it does give me back everything when I pass nothing. So that's excellent. Cool. So then down here we can say, hey Genie, get me all the matching wishes with the input value. And if there isn't anything, then it won't send, then it'll just give me back everything, which is exactly what I want. And here we'll call this an item, I guess. Well, here it's going to be a wish. And the item is going to be the wish. Wish.id, there is an ID, so that works. And item to string, we'll leave that as it is. But the wish, each one of these wishes has an ID and magic words. And so we'll say, well, actually here we're going to have data name, so i.name. So data name times made. Yeah. Okay. So then in here, in our input to string, wherever that's defined, say wish dot data dot name, otherwise empty string. Okay, cool. So then yeah, then we have on change the selected item, and Genie dot make wish selected item with actually we'll just remove this on change and we'll add an yeah, this one's a little bit tricky because we want to know what the input was at the time of the selection, and not this is why I'm making this, right? So I know yeah, we want to know what the input was at the time of selection, but when the selection is made, then the input is updated. So I could control the input value. That's kind of the way to do this. Yeah. Oh, whoops. gonna be bested. Oh, that's right. That's one other characteristic of Genie, is that it adds the most recent wish added, like in the event that all things are equal. So all of these match the query equally because it's an empty string, so they all match the query equally. So in that event, it sorts it by the most recently registered. So if we want it to sort like in reverse, then we can say reverse. There we go. Cool. Okay. So then when we change it, oh, here, I just select it. You dare summon that person with nothing? So we do need to know what the input value is at the time of selection, though, because the Genie learns the user based on the input given. And so, yeah, having the, yeah, because like here, for example, if I did LKS, and then I select Luke Skywalker, the next time I do LK, it's going to be like, oh, you might be trying to type Luke Skywalker, so I'm going to default to, or I'm going to put Luke Skywalker at the top. So it learns how the user uses Genie, which I think is pretty neat. So let's see here. We're going to just make this stateful class app extends react.component render and that. So then we're going to say state equals input value and selected item, and handle, oh, and whoops, those need to be null. Handle state change, and we'll do changes. Input value. So if input value is changed, then we'll say this dot set state input value, and on change, or handle change selected item, and if selected item, then we'll make a wish with that selected item, and this dot set state selected item. Okay, so this will be, oh, and these are gonna need to be bound. This dot handle change, and on the state change, this dot handle state change. Okay. And then, yeah, here we've got, say, okay, something bested. Oh, whoops, my bad. Input value is changes input value. Okay, now yeah, so the state change happens before that, so I'll just keep track of the previous input value and make the wish with the previous input value. Okay, previous input value is that. And input value, previous input value is the input value, and then the input value will be the changes, and then here we're going to say this dot state dot previous input value, although the previous input value doesn't need to live on state because it doesn't have anything to do with rendering, so we'll not put it on state, we'll just put it as a member. And then we can do this dot previous input value equals this dot state dot input value, and then we can do this the way that we did it before, and then okay, so then we say LK select that one with LK, and then we clear it out. We do L and check it out. Luke Skywalker's at the top already. Yeah, and that's Genie doing its magic. Woo! So it learns. So we do V, and who else could we be typing except Darth Vader? So I go down to V. You dare summon Darth Vader with V? Well, I will learn from that experience, and we'll type. Oh, and actually, now these are the only two that have ever been wished, and so they appear at the top of the list, regardless of anything else, which is pretty cool. So then I type V, and Darth Vader goes right up to the top. But if I go Visas Mar, then I go back here. Now Visas Mar is there, and if I type V, you know what? Darth Vader is still at the top because like that may have been a fluke that you chose Visas Mar. It could have been next time you want to choose Ventress. And so now you type V, and Visas Mar is below Ventress. So this is what's called being on deck. It means that if I go with Ventress again, then it's like, oh, so you really care about Ventress. And so I'm going to put him at top. And now Darth Vader is on deck. And Visas Mar is now on deck. Boom. And Darth Vader is bumped down, and he's just like the rest of them. Except he's toward the top because these other ones have never been wished, but I could wish that one. And now Darth Vader is even further, or Darth Vader has been made twice, I think. So, but in any case, Veers went up to on deck because most recently was made that wish. And then I can keep Ventress on top, doing that. And I'll do Ventress again. And Luke Skywalker. Yeah, isn't that neat? I think that's pretty neat. So let's go ahead, and part of how this works is I could refresh my browser and it would preserve all of that. So part of how this works is if I go to Application, Local Storage, it'll be where is it? Nope, it's not. Oh, good thing that you're seeing the ... of my jot. Woo! This is dangerous. Somewhere. There is... I'm not sure where that, but it should be storing it in local storage. Maybe it doesn't do that by default. Local storage. Yes, that's right. So it actually doesn't store it in local storage by default, which is good. What you do then is you yourself will say, Genie, give me your options. And then Genie gives you the options, and you store that in local storage. And anytime a wish is made, then you get the options and store it in local storage. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, that's something you can do. You can see an example of that in the demo, I think. If we go to app.js, no, maybe here, let's find local storage. Yeah, so it's the lamp that takes care of local storage. And so yeah, it'll stringify, save to local storage. Oh, and save to Firebase too. Did I? Oh yeah, so the Genie is capable of saving it to Firebase? Goodness gracious. Yeah, well, I forgot that I'd added that capability in there, but yeah, you can actually save it to Firebase too, which is pretty cool. With the Angular lamp called the UX Genie. But yeah, so it just, we save to local storage, and you provide us the storage, I guess. So the thing that implements that item. And we get the entered magic words from the options, and we pass those words, and the entered magic words is this giant object that stores the relationship between I'm going to get rid of that. Or actually, I can just go to sources or console. Here we go. Yeah, so it stores the relationship between the letters that you're typing and the wishes that you've made. So having IDs that are persistent is important. So actually identifying things properly is good. But yeah, then we set that, and then local storage. Oh boy, I put logic in all kinds of different places, but yeah, here's where I'm loading things. So if there's local storage, then we're going to say Genie options, here are the entered magic words, and pass that along. I don't know if that's even really well documented at all, but anyway, this is pretty fun. Yeah, so let's see. There we go. All magic words which have been associated with a wish to give preferential treatment in order of wishes returned by get matching wishes. So this is what it looks like. This is the object. It's each character gets its own object, own space, and yeah, and then it goes all the way down until it hits a place where a wish was made. So we made 2 wishes after typing WISH, and then made these 2 wishes. And then we made 1 wish after typing just W or WI. I can't tell where that lines up, but in any case, it's pretty cool. Optimistic anticipation is what I called it. So yeah, so this works. This works well. There's not a whole lot you have to actually do. And then like what's left here is like styling it and making an actual lamp, so it appears when you hit control space or whatever. But yeah, this is a pretty good basic example of a Genie's lamp. That's what I'm going to call it. And we'll get rid of these, just clean up some things here. and get rid of that. Didn't I have an alert in here somewhere? Oh yeah, it's part of the action. So when you select it and you say make wish, then it's going to perform the action. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that was fun. So let me just fix things up a little bit. Plus genie.js. Oh, and actually I don't have genie emoji, but it's in here somewhere. So one day that box will be a genie. Equals that, yeah. This is an example of using the geniejs library with downshift. We have to persist the previous input value so we know which value or what the value of the input was at the time the selection was made, and we make wish with that value, and poof, we get great user learning sorting. Ta-da! Okay, and I'm gonna add a tag of downshift example, and yeah, save that. And then I'm going to actually I'll do this first. So we'll go to the README. And we'll go integration with geniejs. Learn more about Genie. And okay. And we'll add that and commit docs examples, add a reference to Genie example, and push that. Okay, then I'm going to I took the time to make my own example integrating this library with Genie. Yes, but but I didn't do too much to style it very well. If you want to take my example and add some nice styling, and maybe even the functionality to make it appear and disappear, as well as other wishes, that would be awesome. And even deeper integration with context and things like that. That would be awesome. Okay. I'll go ahead and close this issue for now. Oh, thanks again. Okay, cool. So I'm going to tweet about this really quick. Where is Genie? There it is. And here it is. Notice how the input learns your choices and optimistically shows you it thinks you'll and over time Okay, cool. So I think that's going to be it for me for this morning for live streaming, because now I need to get to implementing downshift in a couple other places at work. So yeah, but downshift is getting pretty solid. So thanks for watching, and please try to use downshift sometime. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm pretty ready to make this a real thing. So see you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.